Hello, I'm Rita Hraiz, and today I really want to talk to you about what is White Tantra. It's very different to what Tantra is tend to be understood in terms of a focus on sexuality. White Tantra is vast, and the way that I would like to approach to transmit or convey some of the essence, and I can only ever convey a tiny proportion in comparison to the vastness. It's a path of purification. It's a path that helps to focus us into a deep place of alignment within our being. It's a path of great intimacy. Into me, I see, it's this way towards an exploration of going into the subtle, more refined channels within your body. So what I would like to explain is that our bodies are mind-blowingly intergalactic in their design, in our design by the Creator. Inasmuch as just taking on an energy level to contemplate that our very meridian system is literally made up of 1,000 points of light, 1,000 vortexes or doorways, gateways of energy. And each one actually has a specific transmission and capacity, literally, like if you took a point at the Achilles heel and you were to go in and let yourself melt into awareness in that area, you would find that actually this is the wings at the very bottom of your legs that are entwined in the relationship with Hermes and the whole caduceus. White Tantra, so I was just talking about the meridian system. So the meridian system in itself is 1,000 doorways of light. And then we have our Nadi system, which in White Tantra we begin to connect with this absolute powerhouse of what in the Hindu systems would look at to be 72,000 channels of consciousness, opening like doorways into different realms of expression. We are designed in such a powerful, potent, intergalactic way. And in the Tibetan system, that 72,000 channels becomes even more refined and highly developed through the science of mantras and certain spiritual practices that give you the attainments for more doorways to open within your body, and that then goes up to 84,000 channels. And this is very specific because the more of our Nadi system that's opened, the more of vivid expression and deeper sensuality that we have on the planet. But rather than the focus of sensuality being looking to see what can I get to give me pleasure, because in the quest for pleasure, in the chasing of pleasure, never brings satisfaction. It's so much more in like a deepening. White Tantra is about a deepening to the penultimate of your divinity. The peace that comes through the purification, the grounded awareness that comes through this intimacy with your physicality, your emotionality, your mental body and your spirituality. And White Tantra becomes this place where there's an outpouring of nectar that comes from our absolute highest alignment to the source of all creation. It's a stripping away of looking to attain something. It's dropping absolutely into beingness, and then being given the permission on the inner planes to enter what's called the Vajra world. The Vajra world. Different ways to express that word. Vajra or Vajra. But what is the Vajra world? The Vajra world is the plane of electric fire that has access to the plane of cosmic fire. That's this vast, encompassing dissolution that leads to the divine primordial remembrance, wisdom, emptiness and fullness at the same time, to know ourselves as everything and nothing. And within all of this Vajra world, this world of electric fire, it definitely opens us to what I would describe as the cosmic orgasm. The union of the mother and the father that's always existing in their lovemaking. To be empty of mental body and to be able to experience this cellular orgasmic liquidity and fire, spaciousness of totality in every cell of your body that can open deeper and deeper and deeper into more bliss. I'm speaking from the place of humble gratitude, from having walked this path for many lives. That seems clear because I have been graced in this life to access exactly what I'm talking about. And the reason that I want to now begin sharing this is, as we enter this turn of the wheel into the age of Aquarius, this is very much all about the purification of the sacral center, the purification of our sexual energy. And in this alignment from the sacral center to the throat center, bringing us to the first stage of heightened awareness, more vitality, more creativity, more open to the mother's Shakti in her path of union with the father through us, which leads us to more alchemy. To earn the attainments from this path of purification, to be able to consciously, shamanically journey through our bodies into all of these vast chambers within our being. Just the heart. The heart is many, 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 many lifetime journeys. And to get to know ourselves, the immortal aspect of all that we've ever been, all that we ever will be, in the heart of timelessness, to then be able to look at the grossness of particular expressions that we have, where we've entered absolute unconscious darkness in this lifetime, and then looking at the ravaged aspects of our personality that is clinging, attached, and looking to take selfishly what it can take for itself, positioning itself in places of power, being secretive, doing all sorts of things to turn away from ourselves. So imagine this path of white Tantra is about being able to span the depth of consciousness from the highest of ourselves to the lowest of ourselves, and to get to know ourselves from the place of our understanding our emotional body, where we get locked on the treadmill, where we are looking for somebody else to fulfill us, where we are never feeling complete, where we're feeling dissatisfied. This path of white Tantra is to help you self-realize and come home to all that you are, to the absolute primordial state of wisdom, because we are all created in what is called that absolute Mahamudra place of Yabbyam, with our divine counterpart on the inner plane. So I've got a painting behind me, a beautiful one of the Buddha Vajradhara and his consort, surrounded by Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, to symbolize that actually at the very core part of our being, that's already inside of us. And our whole wake-up process is about coming home to this recognition and knowing and ultimate refinement, ultimate potency, ultimate expression of conscious awareness, grounded, owning the shadows and radiating the light, knowing our divinity, knowing our place in the continuum. This is all a fragment of what is white Tantra. I'm really looking forward to begin sharing this in a very deep way, where I would like to inspire you to go on a journey into yourself, exploring, for instance, the consciousness behind each tooth that you have, the shape of your teeth, the electric fire in your tongue, this tongue that's a petal at the very top of your spine, to understand the geometry in your body, to feel the nectar, the elixirs from your endocrine system, to feel into the exquisite essences in your breasts, the milk that you would produce if you were giving milk, to feel and understand yourself at the whole next level, so that you can feel and understand other people really well. Because the moment that we begin understanding other people, we would never be in an aggravated state of taking things personally, feeling dishonoured, being upset, being churning on the ocean of samsara, in that place of ignorance. We'd be in a completely different place if we really knew ourselves. That's one of the first precepts, is to really get to know ourselves. So in a journey, if you would like to come on a journey with me, in these next few weeks I'm going to be sharing a little bit more about what is white Tantra, to see if you feel ready to go to the next level of refinement and cultivation of your primordial, potent vitality that has been lying coiled, for some of you, coiled at the base of your spine as the sleeping serpent, to really work towards preparing yourself, preparing your body for an awakening, as we call in the highest of highs and the holiest of holies, as we call in our guides and protectors, the teachers that have walked before us, as we align to the Magi, as we align to the Christ-conscious Buddhaic realms of existence, and understand our relationship with the Mother, as we open to the Tao, to feel Spirit move through us. I look forward to share with you what has not just been this lifetime study, but many lifetimes of practice and sadhana, going into the caves and renouncing, so that we can be prepared so that I could be prepared to share all that I can in a very humble way in this life, to support us outside of what has been strong lineages, because not all of us are born into lineages. I want to speak to you in a multi-dimensional languaging to inspire you to do the work for your own self-realization as you purify every obscuration that blocks you from being in complete harmony and fulfillment in your life, so that you can be in your highest level of service. This is a glimpse, a tiny fragment of a glimpse into White Tantra, and I will be sharing more with you. And thank you for joining me. Thank you so much. Look out for a bit more on this White Tantra series of Ageless Wisdom. Ahom Takuyasin for all our relations.